Here we are at Thomas Towers. Okay, so as this is first fix, we're going to need knee pads, steel toe cap boots, take the ring off, put it in the pocket, you, definitely you. Alright, let's go and see the job. This is a job I started a year ago now, July 2018, so it's now June 2019. It's just a 3-bedroomed house. It's been renovated. It's had an extension done to it. I've done all the lights and wiring and everything's done upstairs. Just a brief quick look. And as you can see downstairs, still a lot to do. First fix wise, that's what we're doing. That's what I'm going to be doing today. All week, in fact. You can see all the ceilings are still exposed, all the bricks, nothing's been plastered or dry lined or anything yet. I'll just give you a quick walk through. So from the front door we've got this switch to do. This is the landing light. This is, like I say, half of the upstairs is on and running and powered up and everything. Now we've got to put a double there because there's going to be doing the hallway spotlights, which are going kind of along here to about there, where that steel is. It's going to be 5 or 6 there. This room's pretty much done, but it's because it's done, it's being used as a storeroom. So apart from being second fixed, that's kind of plastered and stuff. Coming through here, this is where the main bulk of the work's going to be done, in here and in a garage in the back, which is kind of that area. You'll see yellow X's everywhere where there's going to be sockets, and you can see that I've done a few already. And then there's a kind of rough kitchen going down there, rough kitchen plan, should I say. It's going to be a nice kitchen, it's just a bit of a rough kitchen plan. So if I stand here, you'll be able to see all the way down there and then that way, like a big L shape. There's going to be downlights everywhere, even though it's quite a big area. We're not going to fill it with downlights. We're just going to be quite neat with them, just a few. This is the landing. This is the living room. This area here. If I just move over, just going to have some downlights in there. This is going to be the continuation of the hall. So if I spin the camera right round, you'll see. There's the front door. You'll see there's a line here, and that will be the downlights are there. Roughly there where some of my tools are, well, there's going to be some kind of breakfast bar there. So above, I'm going to drop 2 kind of decorative lights in there. And we're going to be able to be switched from all kinds of points. So obviously for convenience reasons, you want to be able to turn lots of things on and off at various doorways. You see over there. There's a walk around here. Here as well. Well, in here, this is going to be the utility room, and with a downstairs shower room. Again, light switch in there, and you can kind of roughly see there's a door, a shower, toilet, and stuff. Just 2 spotlights and a fan in there. Here will be a utility room, so washing machine, dryer, that kind of stuff. Boiler on the wall there with a dedicated feed. Obviously, utility room and a dedicated feed. Side door there. And just a few spotlights in the ceiling, just to give you an idea of where that is in relation to everything else. It's kind of opens into the kitchen, which is open plan into the dining and living area. Now obviously it goes without saying, the easiest thing about thermalite block, or working with thermalite block, is that it's really easy to drill. You don't need the hammer function on the drill. Just line the box up, get the hole ready. Make sure there's nothing in the way of the laser. Pretty easy on Thermalite. Oh, that's me done for today, folks. Kitchen's all first fixed. All the sockets, various points there. Tomorrow, it's lights. Down lights, outside lights, and then the lights that are going to be dropping down here. Alright, bye for now. Hello everyone. Day 2 of the extension. The Rewire, or the kind of, I suppose it's a new build, and today I'll be doing all the sockets in the, you can see on the wall there, the feed for the boiler, sockets down here. This is the utility area, and then walking through that little narrow corridor, a bit dark in here, very basic in here, just lights and extractor fan and stuff like that, and then obviously this comes into the kitchen. You can see I've already loaded the tools in, including the drone. There's some pictures outside that the clients requested for. First things first, can't find it anywhere. Let's get the kettle on. Not sure how this works. Well, there we go, got it on. Well, while I'm waiting for that to boil, I thought I'd just show you guys the temporary supply that I got going for the client here. So we've got 25mm tails going up there, obviously 16mm earthen conductor. We've got a temporary socket here, which is just being fed by there, and that's going an extension lead around the corner. Now upstairs, like I said, is powered up already, so I've kind of put the torch out. You might be able to see, maybe not. Put some labels on there, just to kind of. Here's a plastic one, so it will be getting changed, but it's good for temporary. You know, I've got all my tails there on my kind of other circuit and stuff, and as far as the temporary supply, it's fine, fully RCD protected, and it's done them well for the 12 months or so that it's been going on, this job. So yeah, hurry up. That's that boiled. There's a few different choices of coffee here, as you can see, but I'm pretty much just a bit of a black coffee kind of a person, especially first thing in the morning. Quite difficult doing it with your left hand, and yeah, it's just a Dow. It's nothing too extravagant. Bit of water, give it a stir. That's me. I just wanted to show you the reason why I'm fixing the sockets, or the back boxes rather, straight onto the wall. You know, instead of like chiseling the wall out or chopping the brick out or anything like that. I'm sorry if you see any flicker. I've had to turn this thing on because it's actually quite dark in here, even with the door open. But basically, so he's going to be using this 12.5mm plasterboard. By the time you put some drywall on that'll bring it out to about there, which is kind of, focus, kind of a nice flush. So it's good for the plasterers, it's certainly good for the electrician, and yeah, I just thought I'd show you why. As you can see, I've just been kind of putting them straight onto the brick, fixing them straight on. And that's the reason why I'm not chiseling them out. Well, that's the utility room first fixed. There's only a couple of sockets and a boiler feed. I was going to do the boiler feed on its own dedicated circuit back to the board, but I decided just to leave it because it's in the utility room. I'll just leave it kind of coming off the same circuit. So we're going to have a boiler there, a socket there for kind of like phone chargers and cordless dual chargers and stuff like that. I believe there's going to be like a washing machine down there, maybe a dryer. These go up across. We'll get some galv band on that, you know, to satisfy the 18th edition superheroes. But yeah, then we've got the coming straight down, another socket there. Again, that's just basically for like going to be, you know, a bit of a vacuum cleaner charger or something like that. Up, along, I'll show you here. Coming up along. I'm going to clip that. Put some more metal clips over that. And that's going all the way down, because obviously they're going to be using this as storage, so I'm not going to put any cables on top of this. I'll keep them all the way on the wall. Even with the downlights, I'll keep them back. And that's just kind of dropping all the way across the top there. Drops down, goes in, and the board's on the other side of that wall. Simple enough. So I've got the downlights first fixed now in the utility room and the shower room, and I thought I'd just take a couple of minutes to show you how I make a map and a kind of a general understanding of how I'm going to get the second fix done, because I, you know, to find where the wires are and stuff. I'm basically just taking some measurements and writing it down in a book. Draw a little map, draw a little plan of the utility room, the bathroom, not shower room rather, and just take measurements off materials that are there, and remembering to discount or take off for like plaster, anything that's going to be, if you know the depth and you know kind of where things are going to be, you can make a rough guess. You're not going to be to the exact millimetre, like bang on to a millimetre, but you'll be you know, it's pretty good. It's never failed for me. I've been doing it years. It's never failed for me. Make a note of everything, record everything, even take pictures, and it all helps, because you might not be second fixing for 2, 3, 4, 5 months down the line, and for me it can be sometimes 3 or 4 months. So I'm going to take a few pictures, I'm going to take a few measurements, and I'll show you how I do it. Okay, so first up, this downlight here is basically an in and an out, or a bulb to bulb, or however you want to call it, loop in, loop out. This is just one of, I think there's 5 in here. Yeah, there's 5. So I want to be roughly in the middle of this bay. I can afford to be a bit further to the left, because that's how it would look better a bit further to the left. So I know what I can kind of get away with there. So basically going to measure off, obviously that's a wall plate, and the wall plate is not going to be, it's not the finish. I can see, you can see there, it's extremely difficult with one hand and one out of focus phone, or camera rather, but you can see there. So I'm going to go with 840, see, 840 there, or 84, and I'm going to go with that. So then I transfer that back to the book. So it's basically just a case of 840. Seeing this? 840. Okay. Now that will be the same there as well. And that's just going to cover these 2 spotlights. So I've got one measurement. I'm going to take some measurements off here and here. A rough one between them 2, off this wall. Walls that are staying and not moving and nothing's going, that's easy to take measurements from. Okay, so you can kind of see the 3 spotlights now. You've got, well, downlights 1, 2, and just 3 there. Loft hatch opening there. And it's all going to be used for storage and stuff up on top. And if you can just, you can work out then basically have, you can see the spotlights, how they're going to line through. So like 500 off this wall here. So that'll be a nice straight line as you come through this doorway. And then these 2, if you remember the first 2 that I did. And then this one here, which is kind of just over the door. Okay, so you can see how the map works out and how it kind of fits in with the room. It's not exactly to scale, obviously, but it's good enough for us, and it's never failed. Okay. One thing I should point out at this stage is that obviously now with the 18th edition, cables need supporting with basically a lot better way than these plastic clips. So they need to be supported with metal, okay, in case there's a fire. Because if there's a fire and the clips melt and the cables drop down, you've either got live cables tying someone up who's going to try and get out that door or in that door, or you've just got cables tying someone up who's going to try and get out that door or in that door, whether it be the person living here or the person trying to evacuate the person living here. Anywho, we're going to be tying the cables up with these. You can buy it on a roll, get it from Screwfix, tool station, that kind of thing. Just cut a few strips off, and just kind of, you can just kind of place them every so often. You know, clip it as normal, but then place these on every so often, and that's every cable, all the cables. You know, don't miss a cable out, otherwise there's no point in doing it at all. I think the whole roll cost, I don't know, less than a tenner, probably £6 or something. And for what it is, while you're at this stage, you know, it's initial verification, it's kind of first fix, you're here, you're the one, so it's you're in charge. Get them all on, and then that way, peace of mind, you know you're done. When it's after it's been plastered and stuff, you can rest assured all your cables are all clipped in. You know, for what it's worth, put a few on there, a few down there, just a couple, and you know that then it's going to be retained if there's any fires or any, you know, anything like that. I haven't finished putting cables in here yet. I've got outside lights cables to run through, but when I have finished, I'll this will be all clipped up. I'll show you. Alright, just thought I'd add that. And the shower room is basically the same thing. So obviously you've got a shower, you've got a light switch there, you're going to turn 2 spotlights on, a fan isolator up there. So in here we've got a downlight there, a downlight there, and a fan there. And that just correlates to the book like this. You can see, took some measurements, pretty simple. It doesn't matter if you can't read the writing, as long as I can read it, that's the main thing. And obviously it's all pre-plaster, so deduct as necessary whenever you're doing it. If you're going to take a measurement off a wall that hasn't been plastered, just, you know, I know the people that are going to be doing this. Sorry about the flicker. I know the people that are going to be plastering this. And like I said before, I know what kind of depth they're going to be using for the plasterboard, so I can be, you know, there or thereabouts, give or take a couple of millimeters, and I know I'll get a line going there. So you got light there, light here, and a fan there. Hooky dokie, simples. So just getting the downlights in the kitchen installed now. You can see you've got one there, one here. We'll just stand here, you'll see better. You've got one there, one here, one here. Either side of that Velux, whatever. And then one there, one about there. Here and here, and then further down here. I've not got down here yet, but you'll have one here and one there. And they'll be switched from this point, that point, as obviously if you go through that doorway, you want to be able to turn them off behind you. and that point there. So if you go through that doorway, so if you're coming in or out of either door, you'll be able to turn these lights on. Which is just for convenience, really. It's just something you do because obviously you don't want to be walking across dark rooms to turn lights on and off. You want it illuminated as soon as you walk through. Okay, that's me for today. All the downlights are in first fixed. Got and the outside light. Some switches. Tomorrow there is the smoke alarms to deal with, the spotlights in this room to deal with, and some sockets to tag on with the existing sockets that are in the other room. What else have we got to do? Got to throw a feed in for the garage. Garage is just kind of in there through that way. Not wiring the garage up as such just yet. But that'll be in a week or two, probably, maybe a bit longer. The rush is mainly to get all this done for, for plastering, dry lining and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll be back in the morning. I'm going to gather the fleet. Unfortunately, we didn't get any chance to bring the drone up today. Rain's been too bad. That's Manchester for you. Maybe I'll bring it back tomorrow and we'll try again. And I'll try and stitch it together and put it in this video, and you can see, I don't know, you want a bird's eye view of the house I suppose, but the client wants some footage, so maybe I'll put a bit of it in here. Alright, see you tomorrow. Morning everyone. Day 3. First things first, let's get this manky kettle going. Right, while we're waiting for the kettle to boil, I just thought I'd show you something I neglected to show you yesterday, or fully explain yesterday. So, as with the book, we went through the downlights, the situation, how we'd be doing them. But then I realised I've not exactly explained. So you can see the laser there going across the joists. So you can imagine the ceiling's plasterboarded, or even plastered, even painted, and then I will measure out 500 off this wall, which again will be plastered. This 500. Send the laser down the points, the various points, to get a kind of a true straight line. I might even chalk line it just so I can keep the line there, maybe. Probably not if it's been painted. They never like that. And that will give me the line for the spotlights for this particular room, for this particular area. Okay, I just thought I'd add that piece that I kind of left out yesterday. Well, it was only a short day yesterday, so. Okay, let's go and see if that kettle's working. Electricians run on coffee, that's their fuel, so yeah. And while I was away yesterday, I left a bit early yesterday, clients been in tidying up, sweeping up and stuff like that. Not quite finished yet, but I'm going to make it a lot more mess today. This is where we left off. We were in here just doing the downlights, up there, up here, coming along. They're all first fixed now. Well, I've not finished with the ceiling. I've still got the spotlight, the smoke alarms to get through. I've got a outside light that's going about there on the other side of the wall. An outside socket that's going to be back to back with that. And there's going to be some cabinet lights, like cupboard. There's some like wall cupboards coming here, L shape, and it'll have like an LED strip underneath it. So I've got the feed to run to that, which I'll pop out on top, put the transformer on top and run the wire down the back. And that'll be turned on and off from there, believe it or not. So if you can imagine, you're going to be walking through this doorway, boom, turn the switch on, and you've got your cupboard LED strip lighting on, or your under cupboard LED strip coming on. You'll also be able to, from this point, turn on the spots, turning these on. This is the landing, or the living room. Why do I keep going at a landing? You'll also, from here, be able to turn on the kitchen and the hallway behind me, which is these ones which I said. Okay. There's many ways of drilling holes through joists. We can use, like, you know, auger bits, core bits and stuff. Flat bits, these Bosch flat bits with it's got like a thread at the top. This works really well for me. I've got many different sizes. Put it on the cordless, put it on speed 1, speed 2 sometimes, but that can just demolish the battery straight away, and I don't know, it's maybe, I feel it's a bit harder on the drill. Speed 1, hold on to the thing, it'll take you for a ride, especially when you've got a wide bit on it. 25mm, I'm just going to throw a few cables in, a couple of switches and a live in, I think, so we're not going to fill the hole completely. 25mm bit on the end, like I say, speed 1, and yeah, a full battery. So you can see the holes I've drilled there through the joist, through the middle of the joist. I just thought I'd show you this here. I'm going through, obviously there's some steel here. I'm going to get back down again. There's some steel here. Quite a lot of steel in this building, to be honest. And at some point I've got some cables going through. Now, it's a little bit dusty in here now. You can see I've sleeved the brickwork there. Just put one of these galv clamps on it as well. Sleeved through the brickwork. My cables are going through there. We're not going to fill this with cables or anything. Just allow some nice airflow, and we can seal one end of it. And the cables are it's a way of passing through the brickwork. And you know that it's not going to be caught by bricks or anything like that. Let's see. And then they'll just brick up, or I'll just brick up round here. Okay. At the moment I'm just running the feed to this decorative light that we're going to be having over the like a breakfast bar or something. Just running the feed out for that, and I'll be carrying on with some other lights and stuff. So all the downlights are first fixed now. Switches are all in, so there's the hall, intermediate, the kitchen, the cupboard LED lights, and the living room. So this is obviously going to do there, and so on and so forth. There's all the spots, you can see them there, just kind of dangling, first fixed, ready, all measured. Same procedure as before. Let's stay at that plumbing. Same procedure as before. Written down, measured out in the book. You can see I've got the band on the cables. I'm just going around doing that wherever I can. And then after dinner, and after lunch, it's this guy. That's the garage feed, and that's going to be coming up there, through there, up, across there, down, and the garage is just there. There's going to be a little garage consumer unit going on the other side of the wall just there, and that's just going to be feeding basically 2 lights, 2 LED lights, and 1 double socket, or maybe I think 2 double sockets actually. So that's in the garage. That's a whole different thing now. All I'm doing today is just throwing the cable down there. We'll pick up the garage another time. Well, pulling this 10mm through. This is going to be the feed for the garage. Like I said, there's only 2 sockets going in there, and 2 lights. So it's just going to be like, you know, the usual chargers and stuff like that. Bit of a, maybe, I don't know, a drill, cordless stuff, that kind of thing. And I like, and if I smash my hand one more time on that sharp joist, or a screw that stuck out, it's my fault. I should have gloves on. Definitely have gloves on. Yeah. So this is just for the outside socket that I was talking about earlier, Monday in my world, a bit earlier in the video. I knocked the check out before I fit the box. I'm just going to draw right through now. Obviously, I don't want to explode the face off the brick on the outside, so I'll be going a little bit slower. And yeah, thermalit's a bit easier to drill through, so I'll turn the hammer off when I get a bit closer. Well, you can see, you can probably just see outside there a little bit. You can see if I focus there, going through the, just whack my head on a drill. Who put that there? My goodness, dangerous. Building sites are dangerous. And then, yeah, blown the brick a little bit, but to be honest, the socket's going to, socket will be more than covering that. I'll just fill that with some sealant or something. Okay, so that's me done for today. I don't know, I've done as much as I want to do. Tomorrow it's just sockets to finish off over there. Finish off the outside lights, which is like soffit lights. And I think that's it. Oh, get earth bonded to the gas and the water, which is just going to be through there. Okay, I'm gonna, well, you can see the cable that we ran for the garage is just kind of, the garage is just behind all this wall here, and the consumer unit's there, so that's kind of, that's a further down in a few weeks time, further way down the line. The priority was just to get all this ready for the plasterers. Okay, so I'm gonna get these tools in the van, and I'll see you tomorrow, which will be in about 1 second in this video.
Morning everyone, Thursday morning, short day today. All we've got to do is the earth bond into the gas and the water just through there. 4 sockets over there, tying into the already existing sockets we've already done. Finish off the outside soffit lights, which is only just running the cables through basically, which is not going to take too long. And that's pretty much it, just a couple of hours I guess. I'll give you some footage, let you see what I'm doing, and yeah, let's get the kettle on.
I've left the usual cup I use at home today, so I'm going to be recycling this one. Picked up on the way, purchased on the way through this morning, so there you go, saving the planet as well. So it's a bit windy here and a bit bright, but I'll try my best. So we've got, these are the soffit lights that are going in. There's 3 going in there, 5 going in there, and 2 going in round the front. You can see just either side of that window. And they'll be switched here. Once I've ran another switch wire. So yeah, so I'll show you where the outside lights were going. The earth bonding's ran in now. There's obviously, like I said, the board's under the side of that wall, so the earth bonding's up, over, down, it's just coiled up there. And the gas and the electric, the gas and the water are going to come through here. Just they're on the other side of the wall at the moment. We're going to come through here. So I've left a couple of meters there, and we'll just kind of, without cutting it, we'll join them both together. Now the customer's just arrived with this and said, would it be any good? I mean, he's not obviously not paid for it, and he said, would it be any good for his garage? I said, oh, apart from it being full of holes for some reason. I said, no, it's not to, not unless we put it in a metal enclosure, because it's not to Amendment 3. And he said, what's Amendment 3? Is that like the Second Amendment? I said, well, no, that's more for American citizens, to give them the right to keep and bear arms, which is obviously, as you can see today, I'm not. Anyway, we're not gonna use this. We're not gonna use this at all. Steal the fuses out of it or something. But we won't be using that in the garage. We'll be using a metal clad one, and hopefully it's not quite as gunshot as this. So yeah, not worth keeping really, is it? Okay, I've ran the cables for the downlights now, coming outside. 2 either side of the window, like I said, all the way down here. You can see some zip ties dangling every now and again. That's where they're going to be. That's just a kind of rough indicator as to where the lights are. There's a few there. And then they go along the garage there, 1, 2, 3. So there's no vent in the soffit there, so I've not been able to poke any cable ties down. But trust me, they're there. They'll be coming on with a sensor about there, and an override switch just behind the door there. There you go, you can see the switch is in now. They're just running through, dipping down, coming through, going down. So same, and then obviously it tails into the garage there. Alright guys, we are pretty much wrapped here now for the first fix. Everything's in. Smoke alarm here coming through. There's a smoke alarm up there, or heat alarm it'll be. Yeah, everything's in that it needs to be in. I'm going to clear all this stuff up and get gone. Oh, yeah, might as well. Can't really leave them there, can we? Okay, so I'm going to clear the tools. We'll feed them round and up and under here with the rest of them. The board's going to be going there, a new board. So all these new circuits pop up there with the existing new circuits, if you like, and they'll just come up. And there'll be a new timber board, and then there'll be a new consumer unit on there. I've got tools all over the house now, I'm tidying up. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to leave a comment below, you can do. You've seen what we've done all week. I hope you enjoyed it. Quite involved in some cases, I guess, but I wanted to just show you what we did and what electricians do, and certainly what I do at the first fix stage. And you can come back and see the second fix, which I'm not sure when that is going to be, a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months. Now I've got the garage to do, hopefully then the kitchen's in and everything. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching guys.